There's no eyewitness. There's no forensics tying him to the murder. When I say forensics, fingerprints, blood, whatever, tying him to shooting anybody that night.
That's defense attorneys in their opening statements of the Murdaugh murder trial. South Carolina prosecutors say Alex Murdaugh killed his wife and son as his life of drug use and theft unraveled.
8:44, in 55 seconds, there's a video. The evidence will show that he was there. He was at the murder scene with the two victims.
Avery Wilks, chief investigative reporter for the Post and Courier newspaper. He's covered the murders since they happened in the investigation into Mr. Murdaugh, who was an enormous figure, so family was, in South Carolina. Opening statements, we've all been waiting for it. What new did we learn in terms of evidence that the prosecution and the defense have?
Sure. The state prosecutor, Creighton Waters, actually did introduce a number of things that we may have heard about here or there or had been rumored, but we weren't sure that it was part of the case. For one, he was much more precise on what investigators learned from the video that was found on Paul Murdaugh's phone. Specifically, Waters said that that video and the timestamp of it, which showed that Alex Murdaugh was at the scene of the crimes down by the dog kennels on the family's hunting estate just minutes before Maggie and Paul were shot to death. And he's basically using two pieces of evidence to come to that conclusion. One, of course, is a video that was dated around 8:46 p.m. that evening. And the other was the time that Maggie and Paul's phone stopped sending messages, stopped moving generally, and stopped answering calls. And that was just 3 or 4 minutes later. So that's essentially what the state is using to estimate time of death. And the other big piece of evidence that we heard about was a blue raincoat that Waters said that Alex Murdaugh, a week after the slayings, drove early in the morning to his parents' house and stashed in the upstairs there. That's something that we'd heard rumored before, but it had not been disclosed officially by state prosecutors. And what's interesting about that is that the raincoat apparently was coated in gunshot residue. And so we were told we would be hearing more about that later on in the case.
You need a raincoat right now. It's coming down pretty hard there in South Carolina, just south of Charleston, where you are. Murdaugh accused crimes: murder, money laundering, drug trafficking, computer crimes, tax evasion, defrauding insurance companies, breach of trust with fraudulent intent, forgery, obtaining signature or property on by false pretenses, filing a false police report. Prosecutors ordinarily go for the lowest hanging fruit first. Why are they just now on the murder case and not trying some of these other crimes?
Well, for one, Murdaugh's attorneys requested a speedy trial almost as soon as the murder indictments were uncovered back in July of 2022. And, you know, they made a big fuss about how the state had short-circuited this investigation, how they had narrowly only focused on Alex Murdaugh as their only suspect to the exclusion of others and potentially the real killer. And so they made this great big fuss about how the state's investigation was flawed. And so they essentially, I think, baited the state into calling that bluff. And it started us on this game of chicken that led to this speedy trial on the murder charges. And so the state, decided to take them on, and they agreed to have a trial here in January. Murdaugh's attorneys wanted it potentially as early as last November or last December. Wow. But there has been some frustration, including from some of Murdaugh's alleged accomplices who have charges of their own stacked against them, that, Murdaugh, after all of this, and we know all the complaints about the power and the privilege that his family has enjoyed, that he gets to have his trial first before anyone else.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.